Touchdown! I'm a grown man. Like I said, I do this. I'm a grown man.
You're now watching a clip from the MarcWes Sport Podcast.
Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and transition into a little something. You know, we're going to enter the Benjamin report. You feel me? He's going to go ahead and give you them updates from last week's 7-on-7. You feel me? And I seen the highlights on your Instagram, boy. Yeah, that thing was looking live. So, yeah, let's tell the audience what they missed out on.
Well, 7-on-7 is basically off-season football, touch football for high school athletes. I mean, sometimes it does go up to professional level as well, but it's really mainly for the quarterbacks, receivers to get in off-season work and not have to put a lot of wear and tear on their bodies because it's just touch football. But what was most telling for me during this 7-on-7 was just a bunch of the young talent that's out there. I mean, like, these are not seniors. They're going into their junior year. So we're going to see 2 more years of some of the best players. So in the next 2 years, you're going to see high-level players come out of South Florida. I mean, yeah, that's a common thing. Like, if you already know the crib does produce high-level talent. I mean, that's no secret at all. But, like, a lot of these kids graduate in 2023. You know, 2023 seems like a long time from now, but, you know, when you're in the high school circuit, I guess you could say, like me, you just see a lot of these great players. And Brandon Ennis is one of those great players. Just get used to just hearing that name because, you know, like a lot of our great players, they end up going to Alabama. And he didn't say he was talking to Alabama at the moment. He said he was talking to Miami, Georgia. Oklahoma was in the mix for him. But what I got the sense that he wants to get out of South Florida.
We got Miami, you know, hometown team. We got Miami, Florida State, and Oklahoma, and Georgia hit me up too a lot.
Okay, so you got some Florida schools. So just tell me a little bit about staying in Florida. Is that an option for you?
Yeah, it's always an option, but I'm still a kid. I want to explore. I want to get out. I want to do big things. So that's going to be an option when it comes down to the recruiting game. I just got to think about it.
Tell me a little bit about your development so fast, because obviously you're 2023 and you have, you know, over 20, 30 offers. If you could just tell me how you're handling that pressure.
I mean, I've been doing this since I was a young kid. I always played with older kids growing up, so I just feel like it's nothing really new. I'm just living my life right now, and then whatever I get from it is just God bless us.
And who would you credit mostly your success early on here?
Early on, I would have to credit my older brother. You know, we playing football outside. I didn't know I was gonna play football until, you know, we was playing football outside with the whole neighborhood. And then probably my coaches in Little League from PPO, my teammates pushing me all the way up since I was a little kid, playing up always every year. So I just give credit to them. And Coach Luke at University for giving me opportunities to play there and get recruited at the big stage.
Now, obviously, this is an interesting offseason for you. You may be changing schools. Just tell me about what that process is about and just really evaluating where you want to be.
I mean, I am going to be transferring schools due to University School. Just things not going the way I wanted them to go. I wanted to be there throughout all my 5 years from 8th grade and on, but it's not looking too well. And it's just like the college recruiting, just feeling at home where I want to be, surrounded by the guys. So that's it.
And obviously we're here at the Football Hotbed 7-on-7 tournament. You playing for South Florida Express. Just tell me a little bit how this work in the offseason helps you to develop as a wide receiver.
I mean, you get all your fundamentals down, your hand-eye coordination, your routes, your technique, everything as a receiver. All receivers, I should suggest you either get a really good trainer or you come play 7-on-7 and with the best team. And that's what it's about.
Appreciate it, Brandon.
No problem.
And that's the thing about these kids, though, man. Like, a lot of these kids, you grew up in South Florida, you see what it is to to live in Miami and you want to explore, you want to go somewhere else and really kind of explore what's outside of Miami, which I don't knock at all. But if I had to say that where he's going right now, I'd probably say it's probably Oklahoma. But down the line, once Alabama jumps in the mix, probably going to be Alabama because
helicopter man.
yeah, because he just snatches up all the best receivers usually out of South Florida. Amari Cooper, he got him. He got Jerry Jeudy. Last year. Now the next wave is Ja'Cory Brooks, who came out of Overtown. Watch him because he's going to be playing probably next season as a true freshman. You got Tower Jones-Bell, who's already there. He was from Carroll City, so he's going to get a lot of playing time next year. These are all crib wide receivers, and I feel like that's going to be kind of the trend. The best player, who Brandon Ennis seems like he is going to be, is going to be that next player.
Touchdown! I'm a grown man. Like I said, I do this. I'm a grown man.
So look out for him. And all these other players like Nathaniel Joseph, also getting a bunch of D1 offers. And they're sophomores right now going into junior year. So the three of these guys, Nathaniel Joseph, Santana Fleming, and Brandon Ennis, have 20 or more offers already from D1 schools. Like that's crazy, man. It's just crazy just how early on in the game, like some good players out of South Florida don't even get a good D1 offer until their senior year. So especially with last year where you barely had games and you still got these many offers. So those are really kind of the three receivers to watch for the future. But next up is really Mike Williams. Mike Williams is, I think, one of the fastest receivers in South Florida. He's out of Miami Palmetto, but he's not trending towards the Hurricanes. If you guys, viewers, want to know, he's more so trending towards either West Virginia or Louisville.
What do you think he run? A 4.2, 4.3?
He probably runs close to like a 4.3.
Okay.
Yeah. But he's fast, man. So he is like the only senior on that South Florida Express team who actually ended up winning the championship at the Football Hotbed 7-on-7 tournament last Saturday. They beat Immortals, which is also a loaded team with Zion Turner, who's the quarterback of St. Thomas Aquinas, Carson Haggard, another great player, Football Hotbed All-American, and Wesley Basaint. I had a chance, who is your boy, man, Wesley, and he's from North Miami too, I believe.
Trying to tell you,
and he's a Zoe, of course.
Yeah, man.
He, I think, is trending towards Miami. From what I think he's gonna make that decision to commit to Miami. To me, it's been him in Florida State, kind of in the mix. Once they open up, the dead period has been extended too. That's the kind of key news that players can't visit schools until like after May, possibly. So that really kind of hurts a lot in recruiting.
They don't hurt Miami.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt
from here.
Yeah, you still can't bring them on campus, but you still got players that you could just go to their games, or you could just go to their combine events, or once spring football happens, which I think we will have, you can see them at spring practice or whatnot. So this is a plus for Miami. I've been saying this too. The COVID has helped Miami in so many different ways, and even in recruiting. So Wesley Basaint is definitely a player to really look out for, as a player that he said he's likely going to commit in his senior year. His senior year is coming up this season. So he is likely going to commit sometime at the end of the season. So look out for him. The quarterback play, I do want to point out, Colin Hurst is a player that, if he develops the size, because, it's all about size. People don't care how great of a quarterback you are. They want to make sure you 6 feet or higher, really 6'2" or higher, but if he develops into that kind of size, has a chance to be one of the best quarterbacks he was, to me, the best quarterback of the day.
Quarterback Colin Hurst out of Western High School. Colin, you're quarterbacking one of the best 7-on-7 teams in South Florida and in the nation. So just talk about the responsibility for you to perform on a high level.
Oh yeah, I mean, the responsibility is very high. I have very high hopes, but I just gotta go out there and do my job, man. Just make my reads, make my throws, and everything should fall into place.
And I think you're one of the best quarterbacks in South Florida. But talk about last year and how you really didn't get an opportunity to show what you could do.
Yeah, it really sucked. We only really played 3 games. Didn't have a lot to show off for. I mean, in Deerfield, they were a really good opponent. I didn't play my best game, but I'm just keep grinding the offseason, trying to get bigger, stronger, faster for the next season.
And just talk about how important 7-on-7 is for quarterback development, for chemistry with receivers, for you to perform well in the actual football season.
Yeah, it's great, man. You work on your anticipation, on your pace, on your reads, and it's really the greatest thing to do in the offseason. Just get ready for 11-on-11.
All right, any dream school that you would want to get an offer from?
Yeah, I was always a very big Miami fan, but that's dreaming high. I would hope to get some little small FAU, FIU schools like that, but just staying grinding.
Keep dreaming big, Colin. You'll get that offer.
Yes, sir.
Quarterbacking South Florida Express, which won the championship. He is out of Western High School, Western out in Davie. A lot of people don't even know where that is. But yeah, Western High School. He does have some weapons over there. Brandon Ennis is looking to transfer schools because University School likely not going to play football this season. Because their University School, I don't know if people know, is basically a high school, private school that is funded by Nova Southeastern University, which is where the Dolphins practice. So it's that whole area over there. He is likely going to transfer out to a different school. He said maybe he's going to go to Heritage, St. Thomas, Deerfield Beach is in the mix, and then maybe Western. So all of these players likely, I heard, might go to the same place. So that's a possibility there. So we'll be watching that, and we'll see what schools that these playmakers go to. But those were really kind of the standout players. Also, I wanted to mention Briscoe's son, British Mitchell, was out there balling too, man.
I'm here with British Mitchell here at the Football Hotbed 7-on-7 tournament. Of course, he represents South Florida Express, and British is fresh off of a offer from FAU. So just tell me about that and kind of how that happened.
Just work, weight room, field, conditioning tour. Just work. When the coach sees you working, he gonna grab you. That's all.
Now, this is 7-on-7 tournament, obviously, a chance for you to kind of put in some work. How important is it for you to get work like this in the off season?
It's important because they show you man on man, just one-on-one, best man may win. That's it.
And why South Florida Express? Why did you choose to be on this particular team for this off season?
It's loyalty. If you're not loyal to do well, stay there.
And you just made the change from Chaminade to Edison. So just tell me about, just briefly, why that situation happened and how excited you are to be a Red Raider now.
I'm so excited to be a Red Raider, but mostly it happened because I had business I had to take care of, I had to handle some things, and personal business, that's it.
All right, any other schools reaching out to you, or any other schools that you would like to?
Oh, I want Penn State, Florida State, and UCF. I'm waiting on them three to come in, and we're going to go up from there.
I appreciate you, British.
Yes, sir.
British Mitchell, he was at Chaminade, but he's now at Edison. He's now at Edison with Uncle Luke. So Uncle Luke is instilling some trust with, Briscoe's son, British Mitchell. Briscoe is a local rapper here in South Florida. So, look out for him too. He just got his first offer from FAU, and he's also a young kid, 2023. So it's just a lot of young talent out there. It was a great event. South Florida Express ended up winning it all, defeating Immortals. It wasn't really a game once it started, but they just clearly had the better athletes with Colin Hurst, the quarterback, Brandon Ennis, Nathaniel Joseph, Santana Fleming, who I think is a player that likely is going to commit to Miami as well.
just talk about the talent that's really on this team with you and how they make you to be a better player.
The talent on this team is real special. Like, special group of guys. Everybody can do something different and bring something different to the table. And as far as like winning, I mean, it's just a team. Like we don't practice. Due to the kids coming from upstate, and we still get it done week in and week out. So I feel like the team out there practice. Never had to practice. Just come out here and play because we got kids coming from Atlanta or Cali, Temple. We never had time to practice. We just come out here and play. We just dogs.
Wow. All right. So obviously a big season coming up for you. What goes into the decision making on where you want to play in this next season?
A great coaching style, a great coaching relationship. And I love seeing him produce. My coach got to produce college talent. Like I got to see guys going Power 5 for my position. Just him having the experience at the next level and the NFL experience. So that's what I'm trying to be. So that's big for me.
Now, speaking of the next level, you have about 20 offers at the moment. Just talk about that experience and which coaches are reaching out to you the most.
It's a crazy experience. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's like you feel like you just excited and starting to get recognized for all the hard work you've been putting in for years. The coaches that be reaching out the most, I probably say Georgia Tech, Florida State, talk to me a lot. Penn State, me and Penn State head coach relationship is amazing. South Carolina, and probably say Pittsburgh, and schools like that.
Excellent. That's a very strong list, but you did mention UM. So as a hometown reporter, I must ask, how would it feel to play for the hometown team?
It feel amazing, putting on for the crib, as everybody say. This is my backyard, so why not put on for my city rather than going out of state, putting on for somebody else, and I can put on for my backyard. From the people that have been watching me since kids. So that's how I love to do that in the future.
Excellent. Thanks for the interview, Santana, and congratulations on the tournament win.
Thank you.
Because he was really excited to get that offer from the U. And, he's out of Carroll City. He's likely going to transfer to a different school as well. And look out for him as well. All right. So that's pretty much it from the Benjamin Report from 7 on 7. Look out for my story on footballhotbed.com for details. And till the next, event and the next Benjamin Report, which is likely going to be the Under Armour combine, which is coming up in a couple weeks. All right.
So I guess that ends MarcWes Sport Podcast for this week. We'll catch you guys next week.
All right. Till the next episode.